Now this may just be a bad habit that I've formed, but I always check everybody's score per minute and everybody's kill death ratio, so I've got a good idea of what kind of a game this is going to be, what kind of a match it's going to be, and the sort of people I'm going to be paired up against, and not paired up against, matched up against, that's more like it. Now, like I say, it's kind of a force of habit, it's a sort of anal thing I have going on, but it serves me well, because a term I like to use is failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So if I'm not absolutely 100% ready for what is about to come my way, then I'm going to be in for a little bit of a shock. But also as well, it's kind of like a mini game I've sort of formed myself, because when this game first came out, there was all the speculation and rumour that there's going to be skill-based matchmaking, and you know, Treyarch were kind of quick to poo-poo that and say no skill-based matchmaking. Actually what the matchmaking is going to be, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, this is sort of shading over it a little bit, because I don't really go into too much detail of checking out the ins and outs. I sort of find out the basic facts, I guess. But what they did say was that it's not going to be skill-based matchmaking. What's actually going to happen is they're going to base the matches and the people you play against on, you know, people of a similar sort of location, ping, and internet speed and all that kind of thing. And then when the lobby is actually decided, then they will make a second decision on the kind of players you're going to be playing against. So essentially skill-based matchmaking sort of kicks in secondary. Now this has kind of been disputed. Yes, it's there. No, it's not there. Oh, it's definitely there. No, it's not there. I can tell you now that skill-based matchmaking is in Black Ops 3, because I've made a point of doing the same thing time and time again whenever I'm in the lobby waiting to, you know, start a game. I check everybody's scores. I check everybody's score per minute. My score per minute in team deathmatch is about 281, which isn't particularly high, but I don't run smaller streaks, which, you know, UAV, counter UAV, these things rack up your score per minute. I tend to run the higher streaks, which, you know, do okay, I suppose, but my kill death ratio is okay, you know, it's above average. It's about 2.40 on team deathmatch. So whenever I check people who I'm playing against, generally you get a few guys get a higher score per minute than me, somebody with 382, some people with 461, really high score per minute, but you check the kill death ratio and it doesn't seem to add up, you know, they've probably got a 1.30 KD or something like that, whereas I've got a 2.40 but a lower score per minute. So essentially what this tells me is that these guys are massive tryhards, you know, I'm not taking anything away from them, I'm being horribly critical. They are tryhards, they go out, they try, they you know, they rush in, they get the kills, they die, they get the kills, they die, and you know, they probably get enough kills to get plenty of UAVs or plenty of counter UAVs up, and it racks up that score. Now the thing what always happens to me is whenever I look at the top of the leaderboard and I see these guys with higher score per minute and, you know, equal to maybe higher kill death ratio, I automatically know that whenever it puts people in the teams, I look at the people I'm paired with and I look at the people on the other team. I suppose the whole sort of excitement of thinking, oh, you know, these guys on my team, they're actually quite good. I check their stats in the lobby leaderboard and I feel quite confident that we've got a good little team here together and I'm not going to be playing against them. That's all gone now, because what automatically happens is it'll put me on their team and then I'll give it a matter of time before the game counts down and it sort of divides up the odds and the statistics and things like that. And then you see this little change around and I always get put on the other team playing against the top 3 players every single time, because it doesn't want me playing with, I guess, players of equal ability. Because in the game's own mind it thinks, well, it's going to be a whitewash, you know, he's a decent player apparently, these guys look like the decent players and they can hold their own, why should they all play on the same team? That is not fair for the other team. So what we need to do is take this Apocalypse guy, put him on the other team with the people who are eating burgers while they play, or I don't know, watching a television show on another TV screen next to them and occasionally flicking onto the game that they're playing and dying a lot, but it doesn't matter, they're just having fun doing that and multitasking. Essentially that's what it feels like. Or Grandma's picked up the controller and said, what's this Call of Duty thingy? Have a go, Grandma, see what you can do. Oh, okay, what button? Oh, I've thrown a grenade at myself, what happened then? What? I don't get it. That's what it feels like. I have those guys on my team. And I've got to be honest, it really fucking annoys me. It's got to the point now where it's happened so much over the years and it still happens. It bugs me. You know, I like a challenge. I've always said I love a challenge, but I don't like being completely bullshitted. That's the only expression I can use. That's the only word I can use. It's like being at school, you know, and all the, you know, 2 teams, right, pick your players. I want him. And I don't know, maybe one guy gets to choose all the best players first, then all the drabs and the leftovers and the guy who's standing in the queue who's eating a donut gets picked last. And then they look and go, I don't know, this isn't going to be fair. and they turn around and see 6'3" fucking Alan standing there and go, there, you join their team. Let's balance this out. Why me? Why do I have to carry them? Why am I the backpacker? I don't want to be a backpacker. I want to have a decent team. This game, in the background, you can see now, there was a couple of good players on the other team. As usual, it done the typical switch up, but you'll see at the beginning. I was trying to set up my calling card. I've got this legendary calling card, and for some reason there's some glitch that I can't seem to appoint this one now. It's quite annoying, really. I don't know if they're going to fix that in the next patch, but I'm sort of stuck with the gas mask one, which I chose anyway because I thought, a gas mask on my channel. I'm going to have the gas mask calling card, and now I can't get rid of it and put my legendary on there. But I didn't really see this time round where everybody was appointed, but I know I'm playing against this one guy. The one on their team who ends up with 38 kills or something towards the end of the game. And he's a nuisance, he's a fucking hard player. And he's a good player, he's a pain in the backside. A thorn in my side all the way through, but I held my own against him and carried my team. There was a guy on my team, I think he went 1 for 20. I mean, how can you go 1 for 20? I don't care how bad you are. I never play against people who go 1 for 20. I never see that guy who is, walking into a wall, absolutely oblivious to what is going on. He's just bought himself a console, he's just bought himself Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and he's picked up a controller for the first time, and he has not got a clue what he's doing. He's walking into a wall and thinking, how do I control this person and stop myself from keep getting shot? Grandma who's borrowed the controller for shits and giggles. Why don't I play against Grandma? Aforementioned guy watching television, he's laughing his bollocks off at How I Met Your Mother on one screen and trying to rack up some points for his team on the other screen, but How I Met Your Mother's taking precedence, which is fair enough. It's a good point, so I can totally respect that. Because watching 3 hours of How I Met Your Mother pisses all over Call of Duty Black Ops 3. But I don't know. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. They've got to stop this skill-based matchmaking crap. It really is there. Don't believe the drifters or whoever who says, no, it's not in the game. It's fucking in the game. And I'm pissed about it. But hey, I'm a survivor. I will survive. That's all I do. I just survive. I don't thrive. I survive. Thanks for watching, guys. Apocalypse done.